The sacred is revealed in the ordinary. There is a beauty in this. But how do we discover the mystery of the sacred in our seemingly mundane existence? Welcome to Revealed, a podcast sponsored by Resurrection Catholic Parish in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Let's join our hosts, Katie McAllister and Tony Pickler, as they explore the lives of people, organizations, and resources that will help us delve into the sacredness of the ordinary.
Welcome to our Revealed podcast, where we are discovering the sacredness in ordinary life. I'm Katie.
And I'm Tony.
And we are going to be talking about a spiritual practice today. So, Tony, before we jump into our spiritual practice, how's life going for you?
I'm coming off a great week last week, Katie. I was in Minnesota on a golf vacation, played 5 rounds of 18 holes, had a great time, lots of fun in the sun.
Really?
How about you?
Really?
It doesn't sound like you had the same kind of week.
No. My week just every day seemed to get worse and worse. It was just not a good week. I couldn't seem to get my feet under my ground, and yeah, it's just not been good lately. I've been busy and stressed, and just life has not been very fun lately.
Well, Katie, I might have a possible solution to help you with all that stress and busyness. And it's called the Jesus Prayer.
The Jesus Prayer? Aren't all, or at least most prayers to Jesus? What's so different about this prayer? Or is it kind of like, I don't know, when I'm on the golf course and I hit this horrible shot and I, pray to Jesus that he brings my golf ball back onto the fairway, right? Or is it, when I, when I win the lottery, at least in my head, and I say, Lord, have mercy, right? Like one of those kind of prayers?
Well, not actually. So let me tell you about when I was a freshman in college over at St. John's University, the professor assigned a book, and the book was called The Way of a Pilgrim, a 19th century Russian work.
But was it new then? Because you're that old, 19th century? That's like a long time ago, dude. How is it going to apply to today?
As I was saying, it's a 19th century Russian work in which the narrator tells us the story about him taking a journey across Russia, the Ukraine, and Siberia, all the while saying this thing called the Jesus Prayer.
Yeah, there's that name, the Jesus Prayer. Okay, what is it? You keep talking about the background, but what is it? I need it. I need help here, buddy.
All right, so the Jesus Prayer is a meditational prayer, and it's all based on breathing, all right? So how we get started is, first of all, having proper posture. Sit in a good chair, get comfortable, and feet on the ground, kind of grounded, and then start focusing on your breathing. You're going to take some really deep breaths. So a deep breath in and then exhale that breath. And as you're doing that, taking these deep breaths in and exhaling them, you're going to say certain words. As you breathe in, the words that you're going to say to yourself, usually inside of yourself, not out loud, though you could do that too, is Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God. Repeat that, Katie.
Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God.
And then as you breathe out, you say, have mercy on me, a sinner.
Have mercy on me, a sinner.
So that's it.
You
breathe in, saying, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, and breathe out, exhale, have mercy on me, a sinner.
No, that last piece, a sinner, I know some people might struggle with that. Is that okay if they kind of just cut that off? Or?
Absolutely, and there's different versions of this, so you could shorten it up even a little bit more. You could say, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me.
Okay.
Breathe in, Lord Jesus Christ, breathe out, have mercy on me. So there's different ways to do it, but the full Jesus prayer would have been that whole thing. Yeah.
But it's more about just finding your breath and just focusing on Jesus and on that mercy, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The mercy of God. So why don't should we try it?
I would love to try that. I need it.
Let's
yes.
try it. So we'll try to do this with our listeners, and let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay. So, Katie, you sitting up?
I'm up.
You grounded?
Grounded.
All right. Let's breathe in. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, breathe out. Have mercy on me. Breathe in. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, breathe out. Have mercy on me. Breathe in. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, breathe out. Have mercy on me. Breathe in. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, exhale. Have mercy on me. One more time. Breathe in. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, exhale. Have mercy on me. So, Katie, could you have used that last week?
I absolutely could have. I feel relaxed, actually. Yeah, and the thing is totally could have used this at my desk, instead of taking a ping pong ball, which I throw at my coworkers all the time. I could have been doing this prayer instead, right? Other places I'm kind of like thinking about where I could do this is, when that guy cuts me off on, Webster Avenue, I could have been saying this prayer instead of some nasty words that maybe had come to my mind. Or, when I just hit that shot on the golf course and it goes into the woods and I can hear it clunk, 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 clunk down. Instead of throwing my driver, I could say this prayer instead. Absolutely.
And I think sometimes the parents who are kind of stressed out, especially when they're into child rearing years, needing a little bit of stress relief, a little bit of release, and just especially when they're needing to discipline that child maybe or set some boundaries or direction, all the stress that comes with that. I sometimes think, the Jesus prayer might come in real handy about that time. I also think, because it was definitely true through then the rest of my college years, was the students who need some real stress relief as they're preparing for a final exam or trying to get through that big paper that they're writing, just to be able to take some quiet time and use the Jesus prayer and relieve some of that stress.
I think it's great. This is a great alternative to losing your cool and letting that stress build up. So, Tony, thank you. I mean, granted, I wish you would have helped me this last week, but no, you had to be out on the golf course yourself.
I was shooting down birdies, Katie.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, right? But no, seriously, and I hope that this helps our listeners as well, is just this simple prayer that we can use to find the sacredness in the ordinariness and the busyness and the stressfulness of life.
And I really hope that as listeners, you really find what works for you in your routine and how you can build this in, because it's such a simple thing to do. And you don't have to do it for, 5-10 minutes at a time. This can just be a few minutes of just a respite in your busy day.
And don't we all need that? Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we invite you to come back for our next interview, which is with Robin Scott and Rachel Westenberg of We All Rise, an African-American resource center here in Green Bay. So until next time.
We'll see you later.
This has been Revealed, a podcast sponsored by Resurrection Catholic Parish in Green Bay, Wisconsin.